within the Elephant and Castle right now, London. We understand say APC get a protest today. You able to tell your name and your position or your understanding to the protest, please, sir?
Yes, thank you very much for having me. Yeah, my name is Abu Shaw, the editor and publisher of the Organizer.net newspaper. And of course, we are here for the protest to present a petition to the Commonwealth Secretariat, regarding the crimes against humanity and the idea to restore the people's mandate. Because the people of Sierra Leone are very disappointed, after the June 24 elections. People want their votes, they want democracy to be restored. So we in the diaspora in the UK, we are here to make sure we pass the message, we make our petition to the Commonwealth to take action. Because the APC is championing this petition, but we also have concerned Sierra Leoneans worldwide and other groups who are here to demonstrate, And in fact, it's not only in the UK. We also have another demonstration in the United States, at the Congress, and we also have another one going on in Norway. So it is a worldwide something to make sure we get rid of Maada bill because it's not good for the country. It stole our elections, and we want the world to know this.
When you say mandates, is it a mandate that was stolen by the people, from the people by the ECSL or from the government?
Well, we know the ECSL and Maada bill, they are synonymous. They are the same people, And the June 24 elections, everyone knows that the Maada bill did not win the election. We know that the main opposition, the APC party, led by Dr. Samora Kamara, he won it. But Maada bill used his advantage because he has the security, the police, the corrupt police and military at his disposal to steal the election, and everyone knows that. So we the people we are not going to sit down idly by and allow the Maada to take people's mandate. We want the vote that people cast to reflect the democracy. So that is why we are here, and we continue to demonstrate until democracy is restored.
Okay, I also understand there was a protest in Sierra Leone about a week ago where we see there are videos of people being shot at and people died, and then we also had a reflection to what happened last year in August where a lot of people were killed, and I'm quoting, extrajudicial killing. So is this part of the process of the protest as well?
Yeah, it is a continuous process because we know that democracy is dead and buried in Sierra Leone. There is no civil liberties, there are no freedom or justice. The country has been reduced to anarchy, to tyranny. In fact, there is a commentator who said North Korea is better than Sierra Leone right now because the police state, the state of Sierra Leone is just like a police state. Nobody is free to say what he or she wants. And the killing of innocent Sierra Leoneans on September 11 is just an example, of the barbarism of Maada bill. He's a violent leader, is not fit to be a president of that country.
All right, so one more time, what is your expectation for this petition going forward?
Well, we are hoping that the Commonwealth and the United Kingdom will take action because at the moment we are disappointed at the slow pace of the UK government. We have all seen what the United States is doing.
So when you say UK government, are you also including the Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, as well, that has a Sierra Leonean heritage?
Yeah, of course. And we suspect that the friendship between Maada bill and James Cleverly being a Mende origin, very close, because we all know that his mother originated from Sierra Leone in the south. So we suspect that he's playing some funny games. And we hope that James Cleverly will be professional enough to look at the issue on the ground and, and call a spade a spade.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. You don't want to associate. Safi, I mean, Fatia. Yeah, they can't interview.
Oh. Hiya. Hello.
Good afternoon, ma.
Afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Welcome to Sierra Gym.
Thank you very much.
And we're here assembling right now at Elephants and Council in London. And we understand there's a protest going on today.
Yes,
And
indeed.
we would like to know exactly what the protest is about. And if you want to give us some insights to, the nitty-gritty of this protest, please.
Okay. Hi. My name is Fatia. I'm the organizing secretary for the London chapter. I'm also on the Diaspora APC TV online. The protest today, as one I can see, within our Elephant and Castle in the borough of borough of Southwark in London. This protest is basically aimed at save our democracy in Sierra Leone. We'll basically get an election on the 24th of June, which obviously was won clearly by the APC party, but for obvious reason that was denied. So Concerned Sierra Leonean and APC, forefront by APC today, decide for the second time to stage a protest. It's a global protest. It's not just London. It's in America. It will take place in America, in Belgium, and the Scandinavia as well. So we're here today to send that message to the incumbent president now. We're not a new president, Maada, that we will not tolerate it. We had enough. The hardship in Freetown, the rogue election. So everybody's here to protest to save the democracy in Sierra Leone. That's the number one point. Not just for APC, but as Sierra Leone a whole, for the Sierra Leonean people. That's why we're here today. We basically get freedom of speech. So on behalf of the people in Freetown, this is for you as well. Because we don't get freedom of speech. If in a protest, you either shot, killed, then they can meet you inside your house and kill you here. We can protest freely and fairly. So we do this on behalf of UNA and we safe.
Okay, so you said this protest is simultaneously happening elsewhere in America and in the rest of Europe as well.
Yes.
And we also understand there was a protest last week in Sierra Leone where we see a lot of people, or few people, were actually, killed. What would you have to? What can you say about that protest? That, like you stated, that people don't have the liberty to protest. What do you have to say about that?
It's quite a shame, really, that protest was called by Adebayo and PPP. It wasn't called by the APC, but nevertheless, it's Concerned Sierra Leone that take part. It's really sad that Sierra Leone are not able, they not get the liberty, they not get the freedom, the justice and peace for go protest in peace. It was then liberty was basically seized. It's really sad because quite a few people were killed, some of them inside their houses and some of them outside on the street, which is really sad for us Sierra Leoneans. So because of that, we dey protest on our behalf. And we not just a protest willingly and freely, we're handing a petition to the Commonwealth Office and also to Downing Street for the second time. We have been recognized to conduct this protest. Also, we get the certification for protest today, so does everybody else. So it's not just walking on the street freely, it's a meaningful protest. And also then they get the message, say, we won't take this, we will protest on your behalf, we'll stick by your behalf. We are all Sierra Leoneans, yes. I live in the United Kingdom, but that doesn't make me less a Sierra Leonean, so the process on our behalf. It's really sad, all the way they killed and so rest in peace. Because to be honest, the Concerned Sierra Leone, they try for exercise their right, voting and they get voting and they see and they're not happy with her, hence the reason and command I don't forgo protest. So for that, it saddened me to do that. So I'm here for you today, and I'll always be here to protest on your behalf, to send the message to Maada that you will not be tolerated, we had enough of you, and you need to leave.
Okay, you mentioned the Commonwealth, but I didn't hear you mention the Foreign Secretary as well. Well, is there any intention to send a petition to the Foreign Secretary as well? Because we also understand that he has a strong Sierra Leonean heritage from the southeast, and he's been to Sierra Leone a few times or recently. Is there any intention for these protesters, APC, to reach out to the Foreign Secretary?
Oh yes, of course. Lots of other individual members of parliament and ministers were copied into the letter. So yes, definitely, he is copied into the letter. He will get the protest letter. We have a conversation with him. We have a meeting with him. So he's quite aware of what's going on, and he was CC'd into the protest letter. So yes, he's quite aware of it. And we did that the last time, so hence the reason we're targeting the Commonwealth Office today. But he's definitely copied into the protest letter, so he will get the letter.
Okay, last and final question. From here, where are we going to end up with this protest?
Oh, we're going to go all the way to the Commonwealth Office in Westminster.
All right, thank you for your time.
You're
I appreciate it.
very much welcome, my dear. Thank you.
Better? Yes, so.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name, sir?
Good afternoon. Vinod Fuller, Dr. Fuller.
Okay. What brought you here today, sir?
Well, today is another day, another protest to restore democracy and uphold the tenets of the rule of law in Sierra Leone. We're here to present a petition to the Commonwealth Secretariat, in particular to the Secretary General, who is Patricia Janet Scotland, a petition against President Bio and in particular Mohamed Kane, who stole the elections, who gave away the mandate of the people to this present illegitimate government.
Sorry, who is Mohamed Kane, sir?
Mohamed Kane is the current electoral commissioner for ECSL in Sierra Leone. He announced results that are illegal and pronounced a president and a government that is illegitimate. He derailed the democratic process of our people. Our people's mandates and franchise was stolen in a brazen act. That is the reason we are going to the British Commonwealth today, who are former colonial masters, to say, look, we need to restore democracy back in Sierra Leone. We are going to demand, not ask, we are going to demand for a rerun of the elections. And in that case, we are going to ask them to get an independent body that will man or conduct the next rerun of elections. But more importantly, we want them to wage sanctions against the government of this against this legitimate government, because they are not supposed to be there. And also to take the lead. We want Britain to take the lead in making sure they expedite this democratic process in our country. Our people have suffered too long, so we need to put a stop to this.
All right.
Hence the reason we are here today.
Okay. Two quick questions, sir. I understand a few weeks ago you went to The Hague to drop a petition as well. Any feedback or any updates regarding that, sir?
The Hague complaint petition was very positive. We presented it in August the 14th at the ICC. Myself and Sal and other people did the presentation, handed over the petition. In 4 days' time, the ICC prosecutor invited this illegitimate government of Maada to the UN to meet at the margins or the fringes of the UN yesterday. They met yesterday, And I understood they discussed about the Rome Statute. And let us be clear, as an international criminal lawyer, let me make this very clear. The ICC and the Rome Statute mandate is to prosecute, is to investigate and prosecute on war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. There is no two-way about it. It's very clear. And the Rome Statute does constitute all of these war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. So if the illegitimate government of Paupa, of Maada, met with the prosecutor yesterday and discussed about the Rome Statute, invariably, consequently, what they mean is that they have to respect the crimes which are embedded in the Rome Statute.
All right, thank you for that clarification. One last thing, the ECSL results, are we to understand that it does not reflect the mandate of the people in terms of, because we're hearing that there's a projection reject results that they put together?
Well, the ESL results, I have to say, they are not the actual results that reflected on the mandate of the people. Okay. In fact, the international community, in particular the Carter Center, describe it as flawed. And the ex-ambassador, David Renner, also had called for the rerun of the elections, but more importantly, sorry, not the rerun of the elections, but for the electoral commissioner to display the disaggregated results, polling station by polling station, which he has asked the electoral commissioner to do, which they have reneged on it. Ultimately, it tells you that the results, they are irregular. They are not the real result they are supposed to have pronounced or presented or announced. They use their own calculation out of the air to present it as if it was a legitimate result. But they are absolutely illegitimate, and we would reject it and continue to reject it. Even the local newspapers, the local civil society groups like New also did reject the result. So invariably, they are irregular and must be contended and must not be accepted. All right. We need for a rerun.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fuller, and thank you for the clarification for the Rome Statutes. Thank you first. Thank you. Welcome. In elections going forward, the democratic principles or understanding that we know of it will be in dire situation going forward, especially for younger generations going forward.
We are very grateful for the dialogue which is being spoken about widely now, and we want to thank the Commonwealth, the African Union and the ECOWAS for taking such a giant step. But it's very important that we remember what has happened in our country. The red flag signs are there for another civil war in our country. We want to avert that. I think this is the way to go. We must rerun the elections in Sierra Leone.
So that's one of your demands for a rerun of the elections?
It's plain and simple. The ordinary people of Sierra Leone want a rerun of the elections. Obviously, we've been asking for the disaggregated data. It's not come forth. So what we need to do now is to go straight to the point, and that is a rerun of the elections. And we must remember that the institutions in Sierra Leone are all compromised. The ECSL, the judiciary, and you name it. We must think about how to rerun a free and fair election in Sierra Leone.
Okay, so ECSL is charged with that responsibility to issue out the disaggregated results, right?
They've been challenged, they've been asked to produce the results in the last couple of months, but they've still not done that, have they? So I think it's time to talk about rerunning the elections. I am sure if the proper results were in there, they would have produced them by now. Now it's time to concentrate. It's time for us to talk about rerunning the elections and how to conduct a free and fair election in Sierra Leone. That should be the discussion at this point in time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sise. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
The Queen of Berkshire. Good afternoon, ma.
Oh, yes.
How are you, ma?
I'm good.
Okay. What's your purpose for being here today, please?
Well, purpose of being here today is to continue the fight for our people in Sierra Leone. As they feel, the government in power feel our people don't have the right to come out and speak out their voices. So we are representing them. We are the voices. So we continue to sing it loud until the right thing is done.
Right. I see you wearing a nice hat that has a design on it. Do you want to tell us what the purpose of that hat, please?
Yeah. Well, I'm representing so many organizations here, but most importantly, Like Minds from Akeni. As most people will know, Like Minds emanate from when our people were killed back in 2020 for a generator in Makeni. And so I'm representing them today, those who were killed, those who were incarcerated, and those who are still home suffering with health challenges. So I'm representing them today.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
What do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Democracy. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Democracy. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Democracy. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Democracy. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Democracy. When do you want it? Now. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Your new life matters. 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 Sebawa. Democracy. 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 Your new life matters. Your new life matters. Your new life matters. Your new life matters. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Your new life matters. Your new life matters. Your new life matters. Your new life. Sebawa. Sebawa. Democracy. Sebawa. Democracy. Your new life. Your new life. Your new life. Your new life. Sebawa. 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 Your new life. Your new life. Your new life. Sebawa. Sebawa. What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? What do you want? Democracy. What do you want it? What do you want? Democracy. Now. What do you want? Democracy. Democracy. Because it's democracy. Now. Democracy. When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? Sebawa. 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 What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? Democracy. 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 Democracy.
Yes, women's leader for London. Yamata, how you do, man?
Okay, AJ, okay. The struggle continues.
Okay, what is the struggle? What's the struggle we are there also for today?
Well, the fight for democracy, you know, from this illegitimate government where they in Sierra Leone under the Pauper government. We need to change the narrative.
And how do you go about for change this narrative, yes?
This is the legal thing we are doing. We they do a peaceful demonstration, and we they go to the House of Commons, we they go to the UN House of Representatives, because Britain is our colonial master. We they go raise our voices so that they go do the needful for restore democracy in Sierra Leone, the country where we live. We have no other place but there.
Okay, you want to say anything about the June 24 election will just conclude and the ECSL and the mandates they wouldn't get regarding the reflection of the people and votes?
We just need the disaggregated results, period. I mean, ECSL, the results is a shamble, they know. They know it's everywhere, it's worldwide. So hence that's why we're fighting. We're fighting for change, and the need for Guy would win the election or we do a rerun of the elections. Okay. Because June 2023 elections were not credible at all.
So you they push for a rerun or the actual results we pronounce Dr. Samuel Matu the winner?
It's two options. Either then give we the results or we do a rerun with a different people who are not involved in the pauper government, period. That's it.
Okay, women's leader for London, Maada, thank you so much.
Democracy. 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 Matters. Justice. Justice.
Justice.
Mr. Adams Bangura. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, how did you, sir?
Very well, sir.
What's the purpose of you being here today, sir, please?
So basically, the purpose of us being here today is to renew our continuing cry to the UK establishment and the British government with regards to the stolen mandate of the people of Sierra Leone at the June elections in 2023.
Okay, when you say cry, can you be more specific in terms of are there any demands that comes with that cry?
Absolutely, there are demands, and that's precisely what we are asking for. Part of which is that the stolen mandate of the people of Sierra Leone ought to be looked into, and the rightful person needs to be at the helm of affairs.
Right, we understand that Mr. Maada Bio is currently at the United Nations. We are currently going to the Commonwealth office. Is there any message that you would like the international community, in this case the Commonwealth, to be aware of?
Well, absolutely. The Commonwealth, as far as we know, they're already part of the negotiations that are ongoing. But basically, it's a part of our renewed mandate to say to the Commonwealth, the negotiation has got to be a speedy one, and the need for re-election needs to be looked into. That the people of Sierra Leone definitely needs to go back into the polls, because the gentleman, the Maada Bio, as you likely said, he's currently at the United Nations. But of course, he's a de facto president. He's got to be there. But that doesn't mean he's a legitimate president.
Okay, so de facto president, is this because of the results that the ECSL projected and issued out or read out?
Well, the ECSL decided to give him a result that never was. They came up with figures that up until this day, the figures still haven't added up. We still don't know how they came about reading those numbers. So we're yet to see the disaggregated voter list, which they may have read from, if ever.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
This is Sierra Gem. We are currently at Westminster Bridge, going towards the Commonwealth office. We're just literally opposite or outside, just outside the St. Thomas's Hospital. And as you can see, there are people there jubilating, and we have other guys, other citizens of the British Commonwealth also jubilating and joining the protest. This protest is, from my understanding, is essentially the protest, the elections that just took place in Sierra Leone on June 24, 2023. and this protest was put together by the APC party in collaboration with concerned citizens and other like-minded organizations. So, you know, there's a good procession, and it's just a bit gloomy, but nevertheless, people were motivated enough to come out today to show their support and concerns on situations or happenings in Sierra Leone. And it looks like a well-organized protest put together. And so we're literally just crossing, we're heading towards Westminster Bridge now, heading towards the Houses of Parliament. And I believe the final destination will be the Commonwealth Office here at Westminster. We'll continue to do more interviews and giving you guys an insight to why the procession was put together today, the protest. And yeah, so stay tuned, Sierra Gem.
Justice! Now! 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 Justice! Now!
Good afternoon. What's your name and what's your position in the APC UK and I?
Well, my name is Desmond Cisse, and I am the UK and I district youth leader. Yeah.
Okay. And what's your purpose for being here today, sir, Mr. Desmond?
Well, my purpose of being here today is to join the APC UK and I district membership and the entire organizations who we have collaborated with to do this protest today. And this protest is all about our nation, our people, you know, our Sierra Leone, in total. So, yeah, go on.
Okay, so when you say put together, is this an APC organized protest with different other organizations in Sierra Leone as well put together?
No, organization here in UK, other organization here in UK, Sierra Leonean organization, not other organization outside Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leonean organizations joined together with the APC membership and the executive joined together to do this protest.
Okay, so this is the first time the APC is actually doing an organized protest in the UK?
Well, since the new administrative took over in February, yes, this is the first protest the APC is doing.
Okay, from the APC perspective, what are the purpose or reasons to why the APC did this collaboration to do a protest here today at Westminster heading towards the Commonwealth Office?
Well, based on what has been happening in our country over
like
the past 5 years, like the killings, the torturing, the kidnapping, the jailing of political leaders, or members, and all other atrocity the government is doing in the country, that has led us into this moment where we thought it fit for us also as Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora to come together, so we can, do this protest, to tell the UK government and the Commonwealth, executive, that we are not happy what is happening in our country, and that, we are pleading, we are kindly asking them, to do something and look into the issues that are happening in our country and to hold the leadership of the current government, accountable for what has happened, and still, things are happening in our country.
So as the leader of the UK and I Youth League, what would be your message to Sierra Leoneans and the Commonwealth going forward?
Well, my message to Sierra Leoneans will be, my Sierra Leone people, please do not give up. We are all with you in the fight, in the struggles, and we will continue, to fight tirelessly, for you guys and for all of us, because it's not only just them in Sierra Leone, right? It's also everything that is happening there is affecting us as well. You understand? So we are not going to give up. We are going to continue to work tirelessly, very hard to make sure that justice is prevailed. Democracy is prevailed and justice is prevailed for our people.
So you say the happenings in Sierra Leone has a ripple effect on the diasporas over here as well, is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot. It's affecting us a lot.
Okay, so are there any other places in Europe or North America where the APC and other like-minded organizations are, holding a possession?
Yeah, I think in America they did one yesterday or 2 days ago, and in Norway, and also eastern parts of Europe, all other APC executives are also doing the same thing as well. What we are doing, so we are not the only people that are doing protests here today. Other countries are also doing the same thing.
All right, Mr. Desmond Sisse, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Democracy! 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 Justice! Now! Justice! Doctor! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Now! Justice! Now! Justice!
Currently, we just arrived at the Houses of Parliament at Westminster, and concerned Sierra Leoneans, in collaboration with the APC and like-minded McKinney, are here right now to do a peaceful procession, demonstration and protest regarding the happenings in Sierra Leone. And as you can hear, people are venting their dismay and concerns about Sierra Leone. They just concluded the election, the extrajudicial killings, the ongoing hardship, cost of living. So yeah, we'll continue to give you a live broadcast from on Sierra Gem.
Democracy! 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 Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now!
Like I said earlier, Mr. James Cleverly is the Foreign Secretary for the United Kingdom, and so the concerned Sierra Leoneans are asking for Mr. James Cleverly.
Where is James Cleverly? 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 Where is Rishi Sunak? 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 Why are they all quiet? 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 Where is James Cleverly? Why are they all quiet? Why is it 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 quiet? Where is James Cleverly? 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 Why is it quiet? 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 It's from the south. 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 Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? It's from the south. Why is it quiet? It's from the south. Why is James Cleverly? Why is James Cleverly? Why is James Cleverly? Why is James Cleverly? Why is he? Where is he? Where is James Cleverly? 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 Why is it quiet? 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 It's because of private belong. It's because of private belong. It's quiet. It's because of private belong. Where is James Cleverly? 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 What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Democracy. 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 What do you want? 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 Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Wait, guys. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? Justice. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Democracy! 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 Your life matters! Your life matters! Your life matters! Your life matters! What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. Civil war. Democracy. 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 Democracy. What do you want? What do you want it? What do you want? What do you want it? What do you want? What do you want it? Civil war. Democracy. Civil war. Democracy. Civil war. Democracy. 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 What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. What do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. Now. What do you want? Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. Civil war. Democracy. 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 Civil war.
Good afternoon, Jess. How you do, sir? What's the purpose for can join this protest today, sir?
Today we align with the Sierra Leoneans across the globe. We come for protest for tell the illegitimate government say waiting they right now it's illegal and waiting they do is not right. We need for protest. We people in Sierra Leone need for protest. They need for their voice to be heard. The country right now, also with its situation they have, people need to be expressing their grievances, their hunger, their dissatisfaction with the economy, with the way how they treat the citizenry and the way how the government go and lock individuals and because of political affiliations. This is what we are protesting against. This is what the voice of Sierra Leoneans that the diaspora they ask to make the international community they ask this government why they subjugate we people and made enough voice themselves. When you not express yourself, you are subjected to not being heard, and this is what we are against. So we are here today in central London. We head towards the Commonwealth headquarters, and we want to make this thing known today to the officials and parastatals.
Okay, you just mentioned international community, and I'm hearing the protesters are calling for James Cleverly and Rishi Sunak. Is there any approach from the APC and the concerned Sierra Leoneans and like-minded people who have approached the Commonwealth, the Foreign Office of Mr. James Cleverly to also issue a petition? Do you have any knowledge on that?
Well, the current situation is that we try to see how best we will get our voices heard. So James Cleverly has been one of the key individuals there, way for try for get this thing done. However, situations not prevent that our voices have not been heard. So we are getting all the right people and for me the right people and we connect with Sierra Leone. We directly be in affiliate with the Sierra Leone government for me them see how best we will push out these our policies there and we concerns them forward.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. JS. I appreciate your time. Mrs. Kadi, good afternoon, man. How you do, man?
And you?
Yeah, but what brought you here today?
Well, for obvious reason, I'm here to protest, stand with all Sierra Leoneans and their rights. We need democracy to be restored, we need justice, and we need a re-election.
Okay, a re-election of the just concluded June 24 elections, right?
That's right.
So what was your take on that and your experience on that election?
Well, Creole English. I've been there salon, obviously, so we all know what happened. The election wasn't transparent, it wasn't credible, so therefore we know say that results were announced not valid. Maada will not get 56, so therefore he's not the president of Sierra Leone.
So you're demanding a rerun of the elections
Yes.
or the real results?
Yeah, we demand a rerun of the election because obviously they're not going to produce data because they're not getting.
Thank you so much, Shankadi, for your time. All right. Right now we are standing outside the Cabinet War Room office at Westminster, and as you can hear, people are still calling for Mr. James Cleverly and asking questions to why he's so quiet, and also calling for Mr. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as well. And so concerned Sierra Leoneans and in collaboration with the APC and like-minded are here voicing their anger, their frustration, their concern towards the British government and authority. So we're here and we're still live on Sierra John. As you can hear, people are still calling for Foreign Minister Mr. James Cleverly and asking questions to why is he so quiet of the happenings that's going on in Sierra Leone. And we understand that Mr. James Cleverly is not just a foreign secretary for the British government, but he also has a Sierra Leonean heritage. So the expectation from short person is highly asked upon.
He has to take action. 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 Where is the family? He has to be quiet. Where is the family? Why is he quiet? Where is the family? He has to take action. Where is the family? He has to be quiet. Where is the family? Why is he quiet?
So we're heading towards the Commonwealth office, and people are strongly demanding for Mr. James Cleverly. And why is he not voicing his opinion or saying anything regarding the extrajudicial killings, the abuse of power, the rigging of elections, and so on and so forth. And they're also calling on Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as well. We're currently standing outside the Foreign Commonwealth and Department office at Westminster, and concerned Sierra Leoneans are strongly demanding and crying for Mr. James Cleverly to be more vocal and be more proactive regarding the happenings in Sierra Leone. So we are here giving the live coverage at on Sierra Gem, and Sierra Leoneans, as you can hear them, venting their frustration, demanding for justice and demanding for it now. I think this is just one of the reasons why Sierra Leoneans are protesting, because whenever you protest in Sierra Leone, there is this highly demands on giving a notification to the Inspector General of the Police. And in the UK, people believe that they have the rights to protest, likewise in Sierra Leone. So these are part of the reasons why they're here voicing their anger. We're here at the Civil Servant Department for Governments at the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office. Still demanding for Mr. James Cleverly.
Why is James Cleverly? Why is he quiet? 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 Human rights violation. Why is he quiet? The man is torturing, killing, putting in prison people. He has killed over thousands of people. He has killed thousands of people in Sierra Leone. He has killed thousands of people.
They shoot
torturing,
they
killing,
people,
taking people from their houses.
I don't need democracy now. We need action now. Why this quiet? They are the one that give this president. UK, they are the one that give this rebel. This is rebel. This president is a rebel. He kill our people. He murder our children. He murder our brothers. Why this quiet?
Do you understand the contents of the protest?
I've just been out here today just speaking to...
No, but do you understand the content of this protest?
Well, from what I've gathered so far, right.
Let me help you. Yeah. The whole purpose of the protest is simply because of... No, it's fine. They just had an election period. There's some different about the elections of yeah.
put her quiet and they ask her, look at your mouth, what's that?
What's the message? We're not taking position. Why is it quiet? Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Democracy! 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 Maada! Maada! Maada!
Advocate from England. Advocate from England.
Democracy! 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 Maada! Maada! Maada!
Yes, careful, need umbrella. This camera. Yes, I need.
Careful, guys.
Yes, I need the umbrella for the camera.
Why is it quiet? 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 Why is it quiet?
We're currently outside number 10 down the street, and where concerned Sierra Leoneans in collaboration with the APC, they're here asking and demanding for Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, and the Foreign Secretary, Mr. James Cleverly. So we're standing outside number 10 down the street, and and Sierra Leoneans are demanding for Mr. Rishi Sunak and Mr. James Cleverly to show their concerns that Sierra Leoneans are actually showing. So we're standing outside number 10 down the street at Westminster. And people are calling away Mr. Rishi Sunak and calling for the democracy to be saved.
Prime Minister, Democracy! 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 Where is the family? Why is it silent? Where is it?
For justice! Just so quiet! Wake up! Why is it quiet?
Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? We'll go on anyhow you can with the answer. Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet?
protest never has been compromised. He has taken what he cannot chew. He can take it. He has been compromised. He's been compromised. He's been compromised. He's been compromised. He's been compromised.
All right, you watch live coverage, courtesy of Sierra Gem Media, as they live inside London, decided to do protest against the Maada Bill and the Electoral Commission, Winner Mohammed Kone. Well, United States of America then served on the own. Any minute from now, we will join them when they begin the program. But we will end this broadcast as soon as Sierra Gem end them, and then we will come back later for can join the United States of America the young protest. Remember, say United States of America now they do now they Maada Bill right now. Usai they attended the United Nations General Assembly the summit. So now for join we, if you know don't subscribe to this platform, please consider for do so, and then you share the link as well to other people. Okay, so once we come on, you'll be able for be part of the program. This is a program we are on YouTube, and this is a courtesy of Sierra Gem. Sierra Gem now they do the live coverage right now inside London. So anything from now, we will end this particular live stream or broadcast, and then we will come back later with the United States of America, their own protest where they go on right now. And the protest then they go on at different parts of the world, especially overseas country them. Okay, so continue for be part of we, and don't forget for like and share. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider for subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is a program we are.